Do that.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, comment, get some merch.
Get some merch. Dude, these guys know what's up.
Right? You guys watch plenty of YouTube.
Y'all are the YouTube.
These people are dope. We're savages.
Y'all are hilarious.
It's another beautiful day for a bike tour. We've climbed a few more bluffs in Iowa and crossed back over the Mississippi River into Wisconsin again here in Prairie du Chien. And we're taking a lunch break at this statue park and learning a little history about the area. And this is actually where Black Hawk, the native Sauk warrior, surrendered to a local militia, ending the Black Hawk War, where he was trying to basically take back ancestral lands taken from him from European settlers. So very interesting stuff to think about what this place would look like if European settlers hadn't been here. How's your day going, Sarah?
It's good. A little low on energy today, but
Maybe I can rally Sarah to ride 50 more miles to Potosi. We'll see.
every time we keep wine and cheese cold on the road, I wanted to get some Wisconsin cheese while we were in Wisconsin.
Got your motivation for today?
I think I'm getting closer to it. Now I just have to ride 40 more miles or something ridiculous. Naked part of the Mississippi.
Fog rolling in back here. Be a great picture now with Sasquatch back there.
Spooky Sasquatch. Nuts and bread and paper.
It's really dark.
That you sure suits me well.
Take a left on this street, Locust. Oh yeah.
Top of their head.
All right, we're hanging out at the Bellevue Public Library, and we got a new bike gang that just showed up. They've been peppering us with all kinds of questions about bike touring. Say what's up, guys.
Hello.
Hey. And now y'all are all shy. Don't have any questions, right?
No. Wheelie.
You can do a wheelie. You want to show us?
Wheelies.
Nice.
Here, oh, don't look at me.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres off the saltine box.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Fuck that up.
Come on. Patrick, don't cuss so much.
10-second rule.
Alright, eat it.
I thought it was 5 seconds.
When you're
Ours is 10.
Ours is 10 seconds.
Like you said, money talks, then you can present that to Congress and say, hey, this is just as important or even more important in some areas. Like, you know, Bellevue doesn't have heavy industry or anything like that. But boy, everyone and their brother and everyone is out on the river on the weekend. Yeah. I mean, boating and fishing and hunting and camping and bird watching. I mean, you name it. Yeah. Water skiing. So, I mean, the river is a big deal to a small town like this. This is your pH probe, conductivity. There's a temperature probe right here, and then this is the dissolved oxygen probe. So, yeah. So anyway, this is so we go to each site and we'll deploy this. You know, just hanging off the boat or hanging off like the tributaries we sample from bridges. You know, we just lower it down, and then that feeds in real-time data to a laptop that does like an automatic electronic data capture.
Can I feel how heavy this is?
Oh, it's.
Oh man, we should bike with this.
Basically from the 80s, the early 80s, when someone's like, hey, the river's changing and it seems like maybe some fish populations are changing and stuff since these locks and dams, because at that point they had already been there for 50 years. Yeah. And so there was actually a threat of a lawsuit, and then that's how this all started to, well, we better do some ecosystem restoration and some environmental monitoring on this upper part of the river. We're Bellevue up there.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we south yet of the dam?
Yeah.
Okay, we
are.
Just a couple blocks.
But you see the braidedness of the channel up there? That's pretty typical of a pool. And then this is where they're holding the water back.
Oh, yep.
Okay? But all of these areas, you see, this is vegetation that was here. All of those used to be the islands that used to be up there.
Wow.
If you build an island out there where it used to just be an open mud flat with nothing on it, too much wind, too much waves, build an island, give that water, reduce the wind fetch, let the veg come back, well then the ducks come back and the other shorebirds come back, and then the fish come back too, because they use the aquatic vegetation beds to rear their, I mean that's where the babies grow up. You know, they hide in that cover. So it all is just if you build it they will come type thing, and that's the construction part of the side of this program.
So as far as like the hydrology of the area, you know, most people it seems like they get their water from wells, like their drinking water, from wells. And does that kind of stay true downstream of the Mississippi?
The big cities though, they're all taking intakes right out of the Mississippi.
Dubuque switched mostly over to just groundwater, just because they didn't want to. You got to pay to treat, you know, river water. It's a lot of money. So, but all the little towns along here, no, we just have. Most towns in Iowa, especially in the eastern part, have very deep wells because of that karst topography. Anything shallow is just you're going to have high nitrates. Well, Illinois and Iowa are your two big corn states around here, and the high nitrogen and all of our tributaries and stuff like that, which leads to the Gulf hypoxia. You know, I've seen some information that, you know, that hypoxic zone in the Gulf of Mexico, they think about 50 to 60% of that can be just attributed to soil loss and nutrient inputs from just Iowa and Illinois and Missouri alone.